city moves, I'll stay still. Learn patience the hard way, will by will. I don't ask how, I don't ask why. Some answers are out and left outside. Every truth I ever knew came dressed in dark blues. I see love turning away, that hope not too late. Some doors closed quiet and clean, no sound, no ceiling. Dark blues don't need a name. They light, they flame. They don't lift me, don't refuse. They just stay. Dark blues. I don't try, I don't choose. Oh, I just stand. Dark blues. St. Horse cried from across the bay, like a crawler yesterday. I let them pass, I let them go. Some things don't need to be known. Their voice ain't sharp as one, like a code I left in the storm. I don't miss what I do, I just adjust it to the truth. Silence taught me how to hear, for noise hides in fear. A steady breath, a measured mood, that's time I learn to lose. These dark blues walk my pace, never rush, never chase. They don't save me, don't excuse, they just fit dark blues. I don't bend, I don't rule, oh, I just move in dark midday sun on broken glass shows me time don't care to pass. I learned strength ain't being loud, it's standing firm in a crowd. Every mile I didn't run still waits like an open door. I don't fire, I don't freeze, I just breathe. If regrets are dead, I hope I paid in full long ago. I don't rewrite, I don't revise. Some lies I live between the lines. I ain't lost, I ain't found, just steady ground. describes time on the hood of my car, like it knows exactly who we are. City lights don't promise much, just a little heat, a little hush. I keep my coat on collar high, a man don't bleed where strangers lie. Every road I ever chose taught me things I shouldn't know. I don't talk about the nights that taught me wrong from right. Some lessons stay unspoken, like a jaw that's already broken. These dark blues fit me well, like a story I don't tell. They don't rush, they don't move, they just sit and tell the truth. Love came close, love refused, left me dressed in dark blues. Ballroom jukebox hums low, songs about things I outgrew. I've shaken hands with better days, watched them walk the other way. Your name don't hurt, it just weighs like a bill I'll always pay. I ain't bitter, I ain't used, just realistic, just bruised. I learned silence keeps you sharp when the world cuts like glass. You don't need to raise your voice to make a moment last. These dark blues know my face, every flaw, every mistake. They don't leave when things go bad. They're the only friends I have. No excuse, no excuse. I just wear these dark blues. Midnight smell like oil and rain, another drive through quiet pain. Real view shows a man who stayed when others folded, others ran. I don't dream like I used to, dreams want more than I can do. I just keep the engine slow, let the past stay where it goes. They say time's a gentle thief, steals your doubt, leaves belief. But all I got was clearer sight of who I was on every night. I don't curse, I don't pray, I just breathe and let it play. Every truth I never lose gets tuned in dark blue. The city exhales when the bar shut down, like it's tired and wet of wearing the crown. I walk past lives I almost chose. Every face tells me what I know. I don't chase the younger man, I buried him where I stand. Every scar I never show keeps time move slow. I learned pain don't need a sound, it just settles in around, like smoke that stains a room long after you leave. These dark blues don't fight the night, they make peace with low light. They don't promise, they don't use, they just sit with truth. I don't rise, I don't lose, I remain in dark blues. Street corners whisper my name, not loud, just enough to stay. Your memory ain't sharp or sweet, it's the rhythm in my feet. I don't replay what went wrong, I let it hum like an old song. Some melodies don't resolve, they just go on. I stopped asking for relief, stopped dressing wounds with belief. Some nights on meant to end, they just been. These dark blues keep their distance, like a man who understands. They don't ask me to be strong, they just let me stand. I don't win, I don't choose, I just stay in dark blue. Midnight feels like borrowed time, every breath a measured line. I don't rush what's nearly gone, I let it finish on its own. I've seen hope wear thinner skin, break when you lean too hard on it. I don't curse what's overdue, I let it through. If love's a language, I went quiet, not out of fear, just tired. Some truths don't want release, they want peace. I ain't empty, I ain't full, just steady like the pull of gravity in you. dark blue. Streetlight flickers, a dying breath. Another night, another slow death. Whiskey sour on a sticky bar, wondering where you are, so far. Empty glass, empty stare, just a ghost hanging in the air. Where'd you go? Where'd you run? Underneath this broken sun. Broken strings on my old guitar. Broken dreams both near and far. Heartbeat drumming a ragged beat. Can't find solace, can't find sweet. Love's a lie, love's a cheat. Stuck here on this lonely street. Rain on the window, a steady drip. Every memory a bitter sip. Your laughter echoes in my head. Words unsaid, words unsaid. Shadows dancing on the wall. Hear your name and I start to fall. This town ain't big enough for two. Not when one of them is you. Broken strings on my old guitar. Broken dreams both near and far. Heartbeat drumming a ragged beat. Can't find solace, can't find sweet. Love's a lie, love's a cheat. Stuck here on this lonely street. Oh, they say time heals all the wounds, but these scars just bloom deeper, darker every day. Gonna waste away, gonna fade away. Is there a reason? Is there a sign? This pain ain't yours, it's only mine. A twisted knot, a tangled thread. Wish I was numb, wish I was dead. Walking down these empty lanes, feel the chill, feel the pain. Every corner, every turn, another lesson I gotta learn. About goodbye, about the end. No one to call, no one to mend. The shattered soul, this weary heart, torn to pieces right from the start. wind talking through the cracks of an old soul I can't patch. Said it hums like it knows my sins every night, pulls me back in. A lot of smoke, watch it fade, just like every vow I made. Ain't no angels in this town, just tired men going down. Every face feels unfamiliar, even when they know my name. I keep walking past reflections, but they all look the same. These dark blues ride shotgun with me, every mile, every truth. I tried running from the silence, but it's louder when I move. Love don't stay, it just passes through. Leaves a scar, takes a piece of you. I don't pay, I just lose. Yeah, I'm living on dark blue. Ballroom clock stuck on regret, every tick another dead. Your memory, it's like cheap wine, burn slow, waste time. I've learned hope's a loaded gun, points back when you think you won. This heart don't beat for fun, it just survives and runs. I've been telling lies to myself, saying I'm fine, saying I'm strong, but the truth keeps knocking, and it don't leave me alone. These dark blues ride shotgun with me, every mile, every truth. I tried burying the silence, but it always digs back through. Love's a game I always lose, leave a smile, stacks of rules. I don't cry, just bruise. Yeah, I'm living on dark blue. Neon rain on broken signs, every dream passes time. I hear sirens singing low, like they know where I'll go. There's a weight I can't outrun, every battle's already won. By the past, by what I chose, by the things I never said. If redemption's on the way, it took a wrong turn yesterday. I ain't looking to be saved, just need something real to stay. They say pain makes a man, guess that's why I understand why I stand here half confused, with a soul full of dark blue. These dark blues don't ask questions, they just sit and wait, like an old friend with bad intentions, smiling at my fate. Love walked out in worn out shoes, left me nothing I could use. I don't win, I just choose to survive. Oh, blue, blue. Morning comes, but I don't move. Still breathing. These dark blues. Empty glass, full ashtray, same old song on replay. You showed up, boots by the door, laughing at smoke like I'd heard it before. Red lipstick on my best mistakes. You said, boy, how much more can you take? I said, pull up a chair, pour what you choose. If love's gonna hurt, make it whiskey blues. Love hits hard like a midnight train, slow and loud through a heart in pain. You burn my throat, but you clear my mind. Every wrong turn still feels aligned. If I'm gonna lose, I'll lose with you. If I'm gonna crawl, I'll crawl on through. Baby, if my heart's gonna break in two, let it break with whiskey, whiskey blues. Floor. You stole my breath, then you asked for more. Neon buzzing, but I watched your eyes. All my bad habits in a good disguise. You said I'm trouble, wrapped in lace, a long slow fall you can't erase. I tip my glass to your worn out shoes, said trouble's my type and my type is blues. Love hits hard like a midnight train, slow and loud through a heart in pain. You burn my throat, but you clear my mind. Every wrong turn still feels alive. If I'm gonna lose, I'll lose with you. If I'm gonna crawl, I'll crawl on through. Baby, if my heart's gonna break in two, let it break with whiskey, whiskey blues. Sunday morning, sun too bright. You in my shirt from the night last night. Coffee cold, but your hands were warm. We laughed at the mess and the thunderstorm. You traced the lines on my tired face, said you've been running, babe, from an empty place. I kissed your palm, said I always choose the long way home through the whiskey blues. Every promise tastes like fire, every kiss a spinning room. I keep lighting my desire like a match that knows its doom. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Love hits hard like a midnight train, slow and loud through a heart in pain. You burn my throat, but you clear my mind. Every wrong turn still feels alive. If I'm gonna lose, I'll lose with you. If I'm gonna crawl, I'll crawl on through. Baby, if my heart's gonna break in two, let it break with whiskey, whiskey blues. You're my last call, first sin, my goodbye, my begin. You're the ache I lean into the storm I keep walking through. You're the card I should not draw, every line I cross in chalk. You're the prayer I half believe, the one I drink and never leave. So take my pride, take my name, scratch your letters in my flame. If love's a tab I can't refuse, I'll pay it singing these whiskey blues. Hey! Night folds in like a tailored coat, fits you right around my throat. City lights don't ask my name, they blink once, then look away. I don't chase what's moving fast, I learn wait from things that last. Every step I didn't lose, polished by dark blues. I've seen fire burn itself, trying to be something else. Some men learn to rise and fall, I learned to stand. These dark blues don't break my stride, they keep the edges tight. They don't beg, they don't use, they just set the mood. I don't bend, I don't choose, I move clean in dark blues. Barroom glass holds neon lights, same old songs in newer ties. Your voice drifts through the smoke, doesn't land, just floats. I don't chase what didn't stay, I let memory decay. Some good things bruise, then turn into use. Silence taught me how to read the space between need. You don't have to raise your tone to own the room. These dark blues don't speak out loud, they keep me level in a crowd. They don't heal, they don't accuse, they just show what's true. I don't rush, I don't lose, I stay sharp. Sharp in dark blues. Midnight trains don't look behind, they just cut the line. I respect that kind of grace, leaving without a trace. Strength ain't fists to borrow pride, it's walking calm on your own side. I don't ask, I don't choose, I trust these dark blues. If love's a war, I laid arms down. No white flag, no crown. Some battles end when you refuse to bleed for proof. I ain't hollow, I ain't used, just steady tune. These dark blues don't fade with time, they age like well-cut lines. When the night pulls tight and smooth, I move through. I don't rise, I don't lose, I just live in dark blues. Dawn breaks clean, no cues. Say man, dark blues. She walked in, boots on fire, red dress, trouble in her eyes. Took my usual stool beside her, said, baby, you look tired. I said, darling, I'm just older, and the years on my back. She laughed into her glass, Said you ain't seen nothing yet. We traded skies like secrets, names they never meant to keep. She told me about a man who left while she was fast asleep. I told her about a Georgia girl I loved too hard to rest. How I poured my heart out loudly, and it still weren't ever enough. Whiskey on our lips, truth in our eyes. We talk about love and all of its lies. Two broken hearts leading into the night. Feeling so wrong, it's starting to feel right. If love is a river, I'm stuck on the bridge. If life is a bottle, I'm drinking the dregs. But she tastes like the one good thing I get it loose. Sweet love, hot life, and a whiskey blues. Jukebox plays some more story about a woman and a train. She said, funny how the music always sounds a lot like pain. I said, maybe we're just foolish, paying cover at the door for the fame set show in pieces we've been watching since we were born. Her laugh got loud at midnight, the guard came down at 1. By 2 she had my jacket on, saying I ain't ready to run. She traced my faded tattoo, said what were you running from? I said the man I was back then. She said I didn't join the club. Oh yeah, whiskey on her lips, truth in her eyes. We talk about love and all of its lies. Two broken hearts leading into the night. Feeling so wrong, it's starting to feel right. If love is a gamble, I'm losing my chips. If life is a song, I'm forgetting the riffs. But she tastes like the one good thing I didn't know. Sweet love, hot life, and a whiskey blues. Love ain't clean, it's muddy. Tracks across your brand new floor. It don't knock before it enters, it just kicks down every door. Some days it's Sunday morning, coffee, laughter, lazy sheets. Some nights it's slam the cupboard, same things you do with these. We talk dreams like strangers, speak you soft so they don't scare. She wants a little house one day, pants on the windowsill, a chair. We saw one reads the paper and doesn't disappear. I said I want the kind of quiet where my shadow stays right here. She said, you know this bar ain't heaven, but it sure ain't hell. Pull the hair off of her shoulder, side time will always tell. I raise my glass up to the ceiling, see to the mess we can't undo. She clicked hers into mine, said to the few that make it through. Whiskey on her lips, truth in her eyes. We talk about love and all of its lies. Two broken hearts leading into the night. Feeling so long, it's starting to feel right. If love is a storm, I've lost every roof. 'cause we both know the truth. She said, write my name in chalk on your old front porch if I see it when I silence, 'cause we both know the truth. She said, write my name in chalk on your old front porch if I see it when I'm silent, 'cause we both knew the truth. She said, write my name Where do I win this losing game? You left your boots by the doorway, your coat on my kitchen chair. You laughed, said you'd only stay a moment, then months piled up everywhere. We burned our eggs on a Tuesday, kissed black coffee off our lips. You traced a promise on my shoulder, then you let it nearly slip. I watch you dance in my mirror, wearing my old flannel shirt, bare feet on the busted hardwood. You said love's supposed to hurt. We talk kids, we talk leaving, we talk running out of time. You poured your heart in my glassware, mixed your mess with mine. Love is a long road, babe, whiskey on the side of the bed. Some days we're slow dancing, some days we're hanging by a thread. You put your storm in my bottle, I put my prayer in your hands. Love is a long road, babe, and I'm still walking where you stand. You got your scars from your father, I got these lines from the night. We fought about the bills and the weather, who was wrong, who was half right. You slammed the door, I lit a candle, talked to the empty room, said if this is all that love is, why do I still make space for you? Remember that cheap motel outside Houston, neon buzzing like a fly. We didn't sleep, just told our secrets till the clocks ran out of lies. You cried about your first heartbreak, how you swore you'd never stay. But there you were, ink on my shoulder, spelling out my name. Love is a long road, babe, whiskey on the side of the bed. Some nights we burn like summer, some nights were colder than the dead. You put your storm in my bottle, I put my prayer in your hands. Love is a long road, babe, and I'm still walking where you stand. We say forever in the morning, by evening we're halfway packed. Suitcase full of almost leaving keys, toss them, we take them back. We're too proud to ask forgiveness, too tired to start again. But when the room gets quiet, you still reach for my hand. Oh yeah. I caught you staring at the doorway, like the past was coming in. I poured a shot, slid it over, said, tell me where you've been. You said, I'm scared of the sunlight, I'm scared of dying slow. I said, I'm scared you'll wake up someday and finally let me go. We made a church out of this bedroom, with the blankets of stained glass, preaching promises at midnight, praying they might last. Your hair smelled like every season, rain and smoke and May. I memorized that mixture in case you slipped away. Love is a long road, babe. Whiskey on the side of the bed. We keep on losing our patience. We keep on finding it again. You put your storm in my bottle, I put my prayer in your hands. Love is a long road, babe, and I'm still walking where you stand. Years stack up like dishes, sink full but we still sing. We ain't fixed all of our damage, but we got circles on our ring. We missed some trains in the station, caught a few by accident. We never turned into perfect, just a little more decent. So here's to cracked up mornings, to late night honest fights, to all the times we almost ended, still holding on by sunrise. I'll take your silence and your thunder, your crooked smile at 2 a.m. If loving you is the trouble, I'll pour that trouble again. Hey! Love is a long road, babe. Whiskey on the side of the bed. We toast to all our failures like they were blessings instead. You put your storm in my bottle, I put my prayer in your hands. Love is a long road, babe, and I'm still walking where you stand. Dashboard lights keep blinking red, like they know what's in my head. I don't chase what already left, I don't fight what time has kept. Every mile just strips me clean, leaves the truth in between. I learned early how to stand with one foot in the past. Some things break a man slow, not all pain hits fast. These dark blues right beside me, quiet, cold and true. They don't promise me tomorrow, they just help me make it through. Love don't stay, it just moves, leaves a man with dark blues. Gas station coffee burned and weak, like every word I never speak. The shadow's gone, but I still see what you took out of me. I don't hate, I don't blame, just learn how to live with the stain. but the rain don't ever choose who it breaks, who it moves. I ain't cursed, I ain't free, just a man with memory. Every truth I never lose keeps humming dark blues. These dark blues don't save my soul, they just keep me whole. When the night pulls tight and close, they're the only thing I know. I don't win, I don't choose, I just live in dark blues. Sun comes up, I still cruise. Same road, same dark blues. Ashtray cold on the counter, 2 shot glasses, one still warm. Your lipstick print on my bottle like a promise and a warning and warm. You're pacing holes in the kitchen, I'm sunk deep in this chair. You say you're tired of my drifting, but you keep running your fingers through my hair. You say, baby, pick a road, you can't be halfway gone. I say, pour another round, let's argue till the dawn. 'Cause it's love and life and whiskey blues. Every fight we win and lose. You slam the door, I light the fuse, but I keep coming back to you. It's love and life and whiskey blues. Half truth, half excuse. We bruise each other, choose each other every time we're through. Stuck in these love life whiskey blues with you. You hate the way that I gamble on every maybe, every dream. You say I chase after lightning while you're trying to build a quiet scene. There's a suitcase under the bed still from the last time you swore you'd go. Ticket tucked in your pocket, you were halfway to the door when the tears began to show. You said, baby, I need more than your Barstool point of view. I said, all I've got are stories, but they all end up at you. 'Cause it's love and life and whiskey blues. Every choice we overuse. You draw the line, I cut it loose, then tie it back around us too. Yeah, it's love and life and whiskey blues. Sweet burn, bitter truth. We curse each other, nurse each other like some worn out bruise. Living these love life whiskey blues with you. I've seen your halo crooked, I've watched your halo fall. I've kissed your shaking shoulders when you couldn't stand at all. You watched me lose my temper, you watched me lose my nerve. You held me when my chances crashed hard, got what they deserve. We are on window pane for the love and life and whiskey blues. Every scar a little muse. We drain the glass, we change the tune, but the same old feeling pulls us through. Clock says 1:45. Your eyes say one more try. You're wearing that faded jacket I bought you in July. You trace my name on the table in a ring of watered rye. You whisper I ain't leaving, I just like to hear you ask me why. You say, baby, I'm your shadow, even when I disappear. I laugh, you're my favorite trouble, my favorite souvenir. 'Cause it's love and life and whiskey blues. Every vow we've been reused. We're shot glass saints with worn out shoes, still choosing what we're gonna lose. Yeah, it's love and life and whiskey blues. Road rash, tender bruise. We fight like hell, then fall like fools in the same old living room. Drowning in love like whiskey blues with you. City exhales when the bars shut down, like it's tired of wearing the crown. I walk past lives I almost chose. Every face tells me what I know. I don't chase the younger man, I buried him where I stand. Every scar I never show keeps time moving slow. I learned pain don't need a sound, it just settles in around like smoke that stains a room. Long after you leave, these dark blues don't fight the night. They make peace with low light. They don't promise, they don't use, they just sit with truth. I don't rise, I don't lose, I remain in dark blue. Ooh. Street corners whisper my name, not loud, just enough to stay. Your memory ain't sharp or sweet, it's the rhythm in my feet. I don't replay what went wrong, I let it hum like an old song. Some melodies don't resolve, they just go on. I stopped asking for relief, stopped dressing wounds with belief. Some nights are meant to end, they just been. These dark blues keep their distance, like a man who understands. They don't ask me to be strong, they just let me stand. I don't win, I don't choose, I just stay in dark blue. Midnight feels like borrowed time, every breath a measured line. I don't rush what's nearly gone, I let it finish on its own. I've seen hope where thinner skin break when you lean too hard on it. I don't curse what's overdue, I let it through. If love's a language, I went quiet, not out of fear, just tired. Some truths don't want release, they want peace. I ain't empty, I ain't full, just steady like the pull of gravity and muse. Shape my fate, they just walk beside the way when the night asks me to move. I don't refuse, I don't pray, I don't lose, I exist in dark blue. Morning breath, no cue, same world. City hums like it knows my face. Same old streets, different pace. I don't rush what's bound to fall. I learned timing beats it all. Your shadow crossed a passing light, didn't stop, didn't bite. I don't chase what's overdue, I let it move. I've seen want turn into need, watch need turn into bleed. Some lines once crossed too far, still leave a mark. These dark blues keep me clean, somewhere in between. They don't shout, they don't bruise, they just tell the truth. I don't bend, I don't lose, I move calm in dark blues. Barstools lie like empty vows, same regrets, different crowds. Your name don't ring at rest, like a thought I didn't test. I don't hate what didn't stay, I just learned another way. Some men beg, some refuse, I adjusted to the use. Silence taught me how to see what noise hides easily. You don't have to raise your hand to command. These dark blues hold my ground. ashtray, sunrise on the windowsill. Coffee gone cold, your side still warm. Last night's argument hanging in the air like that coat you never wear anymore. You said, baby, I'm tired of your promises. I laughed it off, then I watched you pack. You walked out slow in my faded shirt, and every step you took I felt it crack. Got this whiskey on my wedding ring, burning circles where your touch used to sting. Every sip tastes a little like you, sweet at first, then it cuts right through. Yeah, I keep pouring on these midnight wounds. Same old song in a busted room. Love's a bar tab, I can't clear clean. Got this whiskey on my wedding ring. Jukebox crooning in the corner booth, couples dancing, swaying soft and slow. I'm nursing bruises no one can see, smiling at strangers that I don't wanna know. There's lipstick ghosts on my old glass, memories floating in the amber light. Your laugh, your hands on my backseat neck. Every wrong I did coming back tonight. Thought I was a wild man born to roam. You were the map that felt like home. Now the road just feels like running from everything I broke. Got this whiskey on my wedding ring, burning circles where your touch used to sting. Every sip tastes a little like you, sweet at first, then it cuts right through. Yeah, I keep pouring on these midnight wounds. Same old song in a busted room. Love's a bar tab, I can't clear clean. Got this whiskey on my wedding ring, yeah. We had blue jeans, back porch summers, bare feet, thunder rolling slow. You traced futures on my freckled shoulder, said promise me you'll never let me go. But late nights turned into later lies. I chased every shadow on the wall. You waited up in that cotton dress till my excuses just stopped coming at all. Now this fool feels like a witness stand. Every bottle's just telling on me. I'll trade every shot in this busted town for one more chance to let you see. Yeah, I got this whiskey on my wedding ring, burning circles where your touch used to sting. Every sip tastes a little like you, sweet at first, then it cuts right through. Yeah, I keep pouring on these midnight wounds. Same old song in a busted room. Love's a bar tab, I can't clear clean. Got this whiskey on my wedding ring. Maybe you're dancing in some quiet kitchen, bare feet tapping on the linoleum floor. Maybe you're learning how to sleep alone, now waiting on my key in the door. I'm playing tough guy in a cloud of smoke, but my hands won't stop that shake. I used to think heartbreak was just a song till I felt that first real break. I dial your number know my way. I don't rush, I don't wait. City breathe through broken signs, like it's thinking the same as mine. I don't chase what makes a sound. I watch it sink, I watch it drown. Every truth I didn't use still hums in dark blues. I've seen fate dressed up as fire, burn the hands that held it higher. Some beliefs don't fall apart, they thin. Oh, these dark blues don't tell me lies, they just keep my eyes wide. They don't beg, they don't use, they just cruise. I don't bend, I don't lose, I keep still in dark blues. Barroom neon flickers low, like it's tired of the show. Your name drifts, then settles down. Not a scream, just a sound. I don't rewind what went cold, I let memory do what it's told. Some men burn, some men bruise. I learned how to refuse. Silence taught me how to hear what's real when nothing's near. You don't need a second chance to understand. These dark blues hold my flame, never soft, never vain. They don't heal, they don't accuse, they just move. I don't rise, I don't lose, I stay calm in dark blues. Midnight feels like honest work, no disguise, no alert. I don't fight what wants to leave, I let go without belief. Strength ain't loud or fast, it's knowing what won't last. I don't scream, I don't bruise, I learn balance from dark blues. If love's a road, I missed the turn. Didn't crash, just didn't learn. Some pass in without a sign, they fade in time. I ain't empty, I ain't through, just quiet tune. These dark blues don't change my skin, they just live within. When the night asks me to choose, I don't refuse, I don't win, I don't lose, I remain in dark blues. I remain in dark blues. Morning hums, no cues, same breath, dark blues. slow, like a memory of her touch. Where did our good times go? Why did I want too much? Just a fool I know, never learning such. Shadows on the wall, dancing with my ghost. Heard the lonely call of all the love I lost. Standing tall or falling, who pays the final smile, just enough, so no one asks me why. Some truths don't wanna be spoken, they just sit behind your eyes. I keep your name off my tongue, but not out of my head. It's easier to stay quiet than explain what we had. I wasn't cold, I was afraid of loving you the wrong way. These dark blues don't ask for peace, they ask for honesty. They don't rush me to move on, they let me be. I don't fight, I don't choose, I just stay in dark blues. I still remember how you looked when you didn't feel seen. That's the moment I lost you and didn't know what it meant. I tried to be what you needed, but needed you too much. Some love collapses quietly under the weight of touch. Thought silence would protect us. Now it's all that's left. These dark blues know my shape, every fault, every weight. They don't leave when I'm confused, they just sit. Dark blues. I don't beg, I don't move, I just breathe. Say time will make it light, but it just makes it clear that losing you wasn't the end, just the longest year. I don't want you back anymore, I just want you okay. Some goodbyes on endings, they're love that stays. If I could say one honest thing without reopening scars, it'd be this: you were home even when we fell apart. I don't blame you, I don't run, I just carry what we were. love doesn't fade or die. It just learns to stay quiet. I carry your number in my phone, even when I stop calling, like proof of a life I had before I learned about falling. Pass your street without looking now, still feel it in my chest. Funny how the heart remembers what the mind does best to forget. I was there, but not enough to, scared of love to show my love. These dark blues don't blame me, they just sit beside me. They don't ask me to be brave, they just stay. I don't shout, I don't choose, I just miss you. Dark blues. I learned how to laugh again in rooms you'll never see, but every joke feels borrowed, like it's not really for me. I don't hate the man you left, I just wish he understood that loving you was simple, but I made it hard when I shouldn't. Some regrets don't scream or cry, they just breathe when you lie. These dark blues know my truth, everything I couldn't do. They don't leave when I'm confused, they just stay. Dark blues, I don't beg, I just carry. Dark blues. Sometimes I almost text your name just to see if it still feels wrong. Then I remember silence is how I keep you strong. If letting go means hurting you, then I'll hold this pain instead. Some love stories don't end loud, just two. It was real. It was you. I still lower my voice at night, like you're asleep nearby. Old habits don't need reasons, they just refuse to die. Your side of the room feels colder, even in summertime. Funny how absence can feel heavier than goodbye. I thought I learned to forget, but I just learned to live with it. These dark blues don't chase the pain, they let it stay. They don't tell me to be strong, they let me be. I don't run, I don't choose, I just stay with dark blue. I hear your name in crowded rooms, and my heart still turns. Not because I want you back, but because some things burn. I don't hate the life I have, I just miss who I was. When loving you felt simple, before fear made it hard. Some love doesn't break or end, it just changes shape. These dark blues know my truth. Everything I couldn't do, they don't leave when I'm confused, they just stay. Dark blues, I don't beg, I don't move, I just breathe in dark blues. Sometimes I wonder if you know how much you changed me. Not with words or promises, but quietly. I carry you in how I listen, in how I pause, how I hold back saying things I would have said before. If loving you was my mistake, I'd still make it again. Not for how it ended, but for who I was back then. I don't need forgiveness now, I just need to say